Thanks for joining me, guys. I wanted to show you a real quick video that I've just recently finished up. This is something that I did at my high school woodshop, at the Rail Splitter Woodshop, if you follow us on Instagram there. And this is a podcast that I listen to called Hands in Daylight Podcast. And they are put on by a couple of guys that run a manufacturing company outside of Maine. And I used this logo in this project because it was a good way to show my students a pretty cool project that I thought it had a lot of cool detail. I liked the lettering, and I did a 2-color print. This was my first 2-color print that I had done for my students. We used the CNC machine to do logos, and then we printed them in class. So it's a project that I've been trying to get done for a couple of years, and this is really cool and really neat, and I thought it was pretty cool how it turned out. Let me see here if I can flip through a few of them for you. So again, this was my first 2-color print. I'm hoping to get more into letterpressing, and I think it's really cool to incorporate the old school principle technology of letterpress to use the CNC machine and bring in new school to incorporate those two for the students is really neat to see. For me, it's also a great way to teach drafting because I'm using the software from the CNC machine to be able to help them understand the basic drafting concepts, and then they get to create something tangible that they can use. So stick around and watch this video, and I hope you enjoy. It's short, and I hope you enjoy the progress that we made.
And so, my fellow Americans, ask not
Taking back America starts here.
what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country.
I'm convinced the reclamation of America through many hands in daylight.
You know, when I think about what we're doing, you know, in business, I always am like, well, it's not like overly unique. It's just hasn't been done for a bit, right? It just hasn't been done for a while.
What are we fighting for today? We're fighting for everything. And it's not cliche. We're fighting for jobs. We're fighting for our machinery. We're fighting for keeping and maintaining our knowledge base. We're fighting to make the best product in the world. We're fighting to make the best textiles in the world. We're fighting for market share. We're fighting for attention. We're fighting for community. We're fighting for all these things. You got to wake up with that fight. And if you don't wake up with that fight, then what do you wake up to fight for?
This is good. And I felt that like comfortable. I was like, oh, that's kind of nice. And then I sat there for a second, kind of just like staring. It was almost felt dirty. That's how I felt. You know what I mean? It's like I need to wash this comfort off.
Dude, I'm changing the name of the podcast. Wash off the comfort.
Also want to give a shout out to the Hands in Daylight podcast. Please go give these guys a listen. I started listening to them about 8 months ago, and I've really enjoyed what they're doing, and I completely believe in what they're doing, especially as a high school woodshop teacher. I see daily the things that are important on how we should be encouraging our younger generation to get involved in trades and not be afraid of it and to get their hands dirty and to go get after it. And that's exactly what this podcast is about. It brings in a lot of American history and how we've got to the point where we're at as a country and how we can continue to go forward and promote manufacturing, hands-on work, trade work, and we can continue to grow from there.